welcome Roman Danilo.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. How's everyone doing this evening? Awesome. This is great. It's a nice full crowd. This is nice, eh? Yeah, it's nice doing stand-up for a full crowd, because doing stand-up for a small crowd kind of sucks, you know what I mean? Because it's stand-up, right? So it's a fine line between a show and a guy at a party that just won't shut up, you know what I'm saying? It's good to be here, you know. I've been flying all over. Just flew back in. Yeah, I flew in just the other day, and we're flying in there. We're just about to land. All of a sudden, like, the plane takes off again, back up into the air, like, like that. Seriously, everybody's screaming in the cabin. It's like 5 minutes later, finally, the pilot comes on and goes, yeah, sorry about that, folks. We got in a little close to another plane. Killed me how calm he was, right? Because, you know, for the past 5 minutes, he was up there freaking out. But they're trained to be so calm for those announcements, we have no idea what's going on, right? They could be up there going, oh, man, the left engine's on fire. Oh, sweet Jesus, the left engine's on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to look out the right side of your plane, you'll see a lake. And I don't know why they feel the need to tell us this is the captain speaking before those announcements, right? Like, who else would it be? Ladies and gentlemen, this is some guy from economy class. I just snuck up here to use this thing. The captain wasn't looking. And I'm not wearing any pants. Here comes the captain. Gotta go by. They're so anal about having the seatbelt on in the planes, too. Like, what's the point, you know? Isn't crashing in a plane sort of an all-or-nothing situation? How often do you hear a news report where they go, oh, the plane crashed into the side of a mountain, but all 325 passengers were just fine because they were wearing their seatbelts. Frankly, I'd like to have my seatbelt off in the event of an accident, you know? Just so I can have that last moment where I go hurtling through the cockpit, fly by the captain, and go, you bastard! Chance to slap him upside the head before I die. I'd hate to fall out of a plane. I think about that a lot, eh? That would suck. Because it would take way too long to die. Long enough to stop screaming, and I think that's a bad thing, don't you think? You're like, ah! I can't believe I fell out of a plane! I was just trying to go to the can! They should really mark those doors better! Now I'm gonna die. And I gotta pee. Suppose I could just go right now, no one really know. But then it'll probably all splash up in my face. No, I don't think I want to die with pee. Oh. Thank you, that was man falling from plane. Thank you very much, thank you. I don't like going to the airport security. You know why I don't like it? I don't like them telling me what to do right before I'm about to do it, you know? Like, take your laptop out, sir, put your change in this thing. Yeah, it's like, I know. We're all familiar with this procedure, right? Is anyone still showing up at this thing going, hey, what's with the conveyor belt? And who are all you low-income employees? And is that a Stargate? Yeah, it's a Stargate. Down through. 3 hours later, you're in Saskatoon without your luggage. It's awesome. Then they might give you the random search. I love that, eh? I love how that's supposed to be a deterrent for terrorists. Don't try anything, we might search you. These guys strap bombs to their bodies and blow themselves up. I don't think they're worried about getting caught, you know? They're like, I'm prepared to annihilate myself and everyone around me. What's that, random search? Oh, fuck that shit, I'm out of this. Suddenly this idea is far too risky. They got a whole bunch of stuff on the planes now that they didn't have. They got the individual movies, right, for everybody, which is a nice addition. Of course, they don't edit the movies because there's too many of them now, right? So then they leave in, like, the sex scenes and the nude scenes. You're sitting around strangers. That's awkward. It's like, oh, yeah, boobies. Take a look at that. Yeah, they're really going at it, aren't they? Yeah. I chose this one. I chose this, yeah. Could have chose some other. What are you and your kid watching? Shrek? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good, too. That's good, too. Anyways, I better get back to my sex show. Sometimes I get to fly first class, which is nice, but it's usually on discount airlines, so it's not quite the same. Still get those moist towels, but they only give you one per row, so... Yeah. You're on the window, it's cold, it's got lipstick. All right. Doesn't seem right. Stayed in fancy hotels sometimes. That's interesting. They get a lot of services in the fancy hotels that you don't need, though, like the turn-down service. You know this one? This is where they come into the room for you in the evening at some point, and they turn down the bed sheet for you. Like, if they didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to figure it out. I'm standing at the corner of the bed. Oh, man, looks so comfortable, but I can't figure it out. It's like a Chinese lockbox or something. End up lying naked in the corner of the room. I'm so cold. If only they had some sort of turn-down service. Show me how to operate the sheets. And maybe a chocolate on the pillow for sustenance. I'm traveling all the time, though. It's nice to be here. I'm living out in BC, though. I live out in supernatural British Columbia. Yeah. Although I was pooped on by a bird the other day. Yeah, man. And it was the second time in 1 month. So I said, that is it, man. I'm getting these birds back. Let me tell you, you got to stand outside for a long time with your pants down like this before a bird comes randomly flying through. I did. I waited it out, right? Took about 2 days. Finally, a sparrow comes whipping through. Boom, I nailed him, right? Clipped him on the wing. He spun off and hit the curb. I was like, yeah, wash that off, my friend. It's very satisfying indeed. So because of that, I've decided to get all the animals back for the things they're doing to us. Oh, yeah, man, I'm out there. I'm humping dogs' legs, huh? I'm ignoring cats, sure. I'm sucking the blood out of mosquitoes. You're gonna be itchy in the morning, my friend. I'm baffling the Sasquatch with a blurry photo of myself. I'm selling whale CDs of me making annoying noises and passing it off as music. Oh. I've got a pet now. I've never had a pet before. I got a cat, and I was very concerned because I got a lot of germ issues. My friends tell me, don't worry, Roman, cats are very fussy when it comes to hygiene, right? But my cat likes to lick its own ass and drink out of the toilet. If you ask me, they're not fussy enough. I'd say that's rather carefree when it comes to hygiene. What do you say? Cats are more like risk takers. If I sat around licking my ass all day, you wouldn't call me fussy. In fact, you wouldn't call me at all. That'd be fine, because I'd be licking my own ass. What do I want to talk to you for? Besides, how do you hold the phone? You know what I'm saying? They say a good way to discipline the cat is with the squirt pistol. I got to tell you, that's awesome, man. That's like playing paintball, and I'm the only one who's armed. I'm kicking that cat's ass. But it's a good disciplinary thing, so I thought I'd try it on my girlfriend, too, you know? No, seriously, she does something I don't like. I'm like, hey, honey, you know? Stop drinking out of the toilet. That's really gross. But I have had the cat properly spayed and neutered. I did both. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure. You know? Because I don't want to accidentally see any animals having sex. You know what I mean? You ever seen that on a nature show? There's not a lot of romance to it for the animals, is it? It's just pretty much all business. Just mount her while she's at the trough. It's kind of like going to the Crocodile Rock. Have you been? Anyone? Afterwards? A couple of people? You, sir? Right on. I'm glad I don't have to go to those places anymore, the Crocodile Rock, that kind of stuff. They're all so loud, and geez, you got to get so awkwardly close to your buddy if you want to talk or something like that. The whole point is you're supposed to get close to women. There's me and my friend, cheek to cheek. Man, this is awesome. Oh, your skin is so soft. Do you think those girls think we're gay because my lips are touching your earlobe? Let's just not talk for a while. And all those tough guys in there, I'm not a real tough guy. I used to be very tough and competitive, so what I did is I took a yoga class, which was good, because I won. I kicked ass. I came in first. I was in a fight just recently, though. Yeah, and it was 2 against 1, you know, so thank God there were 2 of us, because it totally made it easy. No, we had to, because this guy looked like he was going to attack us with his cane. Seriously. He's tapping the ground menacingly as he came towards us there. With his dark glasses and shit, so we jumped him. I don't think he saw it coming anyway, so... Well, that worked out. That was a positive thing. I'm not a tough guy, though. I'll tell you that much. You look like a tough guy over there. I was watching a hockey game. I saw this one guy. He got 2 teeth knocked out. Then 5 minutes later, he's back in the game. 2 teeth, man! If I bite the inside of my cheek, I'm in bed for a week. I swear to God. It's like, oh no, it hurts when I drink juice. I better stay in, I think. I better stay in. Bit of a hypochondriac, too. I end up going to my doctor a lot, but my doctor's all pale and sickly looking. That's not a good idea, is it? That's like going to a financial advisor who's always bumming money for smokes. I got a chiropractor. I was talking to him about how they learn. Chiropractors practice in school on each other. They don't know what they're doing yet. I don't know about you, but I had partners in science class that made some pretty sloppy cuts on that frog, you know? Your partner in chiropractic school, that's some high stakes. It's like, what, Jordan? No, I don't want Jordan. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't wanna die. Well, I know, I'll go first. Hey, Jordan, how you doing? Snap. Oh, need a new partner here. You know what happened? I got a massage therapist now, too. I even went and got a facial. Ladies, what the hell? I thought you were supposed to look good afterwards. They're yarding and squeezing on my face. I walk out of there, I look like I've been in a fight. Because guys, if you don't know, what they do is what's called extractions, right? So they take these properly sterilized implements and they get all the gunk out of your face, which is good. I think we should leave that to professionals, because we've all gone after something that we shouldn't at some point, am I right? Got a little blemish on your face, give me the thumbtack and the rusty pliers, I'll get it. And you always make it way worse than it was. Yeah, now no one can tell I had that pimple on my face, because now it just looks like I've been shot. That's perfect. I'm ready for the big date. Got people on dates here tonight? One person by themselves. I'm enjoying myself, woo! Somebody's pointing out other people. That's weird. On a date by yourself? What the hell? Take yourself out. Go to lunch. Dance with yourself. Have a blind date. Surprise yourself. It'll be weird. Oh, it's you. I didn't expect you. Me? I'm glad I don't go on dates anymore. I'm hooked up now, because that was too much stress, man. I remember going on a first date with somebody once, honest to goodness, and we're sitting there and we're having a meal, and somehow I got too much tension on the knife and the fork, and I accidentally flicked a little food, like, up onto my head. You know, it's pretty embarrassing when you gotta reach your napkin, like, this far past your mouth, right? There's no subtle way for her to go, oh, you got a little something right here. Up in this part here. But I would always order for the lady on the date, and I think that's the classy thing to do, right? Besides, it's much easier for me to do it than for her to have to yell past me to get through the drive-through window. So I think that's what makes me a good guy. Been driving a lot in my car. Boy, there's no better feeling than when you're driving in your car and someone makes a mistake in front of you and you have just every legitimate reason to just lay on that horn. Don't you just love that feeling? You're like, wrong, error, wrong! Oh, you are so incorrect, wrong! You pick up your food at the next window, wrong, wrong! I got a new car, too. Oh, but I got in an accident, like driving it home from the lot. No, it was embarrassing, right? Little fender bender. It was embarrassing taking it into the auto repair place. They're like, what's the mileage on the car? I'm like, 7. 7,000 kilometers? No, just 7. 7 blocks, actually. 7 blocks. I didn't get very far. You know that thing we all do when we're driving, you know, and you see a cop somewhere on the road around you, everybody slows down, you know, put your hands at the 10 and 2 position, swallow your crack pipe. You know what I'm talking about? Right? And it's all just because of what's painted on the cop car. I think that's weird, right? I want to paint something in my car that makes people go faster, you know? Like, I don't know, like Jehovah's Witness or something like that. Yeah. Get downtown 5 minutes every time. Even the cops wouldn't pull you over, right? Do you know how fast you were going? Have you heard the word of the Lord? Would you step out of the car, please? Would you take Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Move along. God bless. It's a good plan, huh? I was driving on the highway, honest to goodness, I saw this. I saw a sign that said, slow to 30 kilometers when children on the highway. Wow, that's a tough part of the world to grow up in, isn't it? I thought the rule of thumb is when children on the highway, you should, you know, stop. Get out of the car, get the children off the highway. Around there, they're going, oh, we don't want you going fast enough to kill him. Just teach him a lesson. Hey, if that's the rule. It seems a bit odd, though. Yeah, I like cars. I like driving. I like that show, Pimp My Ride. That was a good show, hey? Oh, man, that was a good show. We should pimp all rides. Forget it. Let's do it. Everything. I'm talking carts, walkers, the whole bit. We took this old lady's walker. We pimped the shit out of it. Put some subwoofers on the side. You got to, because that motherfucker's deaf. You know what I'm talking about? Some hydraulics on the front. Now it bounces up and down when she walks and shit. It's fucking hilarious. We took this cowboy's horse. We gutted it. We put in a DVD player. Lift up the tail. That's a PlayStation. Take a look at that. Watch that show. I got a new place now, too. I got a place. I think I bought a place just for the names. I like the names, like the name of my management company is Pacific Quorum, and a landlord. I like those names. Right? It makes me feel like I'm in Star Wars or something like that. Showed up at the AGM with a cloak and a hood. Members of the Strata Council.
It is my special assessment that we have an ingress of the molds.
What part of the building are you talking about, sir?
The dark side. Doesn't drag.
I don't know what happens to me when someone tries to get in my building behind me and they don't have a key. Suddenly I turn into apartment security. Afraid I can't let you in. No, it's against regulations. According to Section 2 of the note pinned up on the bulletin board in the laundry room. I know it's cold outside. I know you're my roommate. Should have thought of that before you lent me your keys, huh? We got some couples here. We got some couples sitting in the front. One guy, okay, couple. Oh, lots of energetic couples. That's nice. Oh, a young couple, yeah, touching each other. It's a show for me. That's nice. I love seeing people in the initial stages of a relationship where they're still happy to be staring at each other for long periods of time. That goes away after a while, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like 5 or 6 years into a relationship, if your mate looks at you like that, you're like, what the fuck are you looking at? What the hell's wrong with you? I think the staring comes back in old age, but it comes back for all the wrong reasons, doesn't it? Honey, I don't know where I've been, but my pants are wet. It's love. I don't know who we're supposed to get our advice from on relationships. Like Dr. Phil, have you seen that guy? Dr. Phil coming out in the afternoons, yelling at people, coming up with weird-ass analogies and stuff. He's like, what are you trying to hide? See, a relationship's like a dog. You gotta feed it and expect it to be dead in 12 to 13 years. Relationship is like a shower. If you're not familiar with the nozzle, you might get burned in a very sensitive area, you see? Relationship is like the circus. It's a lot of fun, but if something goes wrong, the midgets are the first to go. What the hell that guy's talking about, right? And then people get involved in weird stuff when they've been in a relationship too long, like sexually. Like I read about another one of these guys who died trying to asphyxiate himself while having sex. You heard about this? Apparently what they do is they put a bag on their head or they cut off their circulation because that's supposed to improve their orgasm. Have you tried that, buddy? Is that working? I don't know. I don't know if that would work for me. I don't know. You know what I find generally improves my orgasm? Friction on my penis. That really does the trick. Escalating tugging or prodding of my genitalia seems to work just fine. I'm old-fashioned that way. Call me a freak. Someone actually asked me my sexual preference the other day, right? And I didn't know what to say, because the word preference implies that you prefer it one way, but you'll accept something else, right? It's like I prefer the ladies, but if a guy's all you got left, I'll do them. And that's just not the case. Preference is not the right word, right? Aisle or window, that's a preference. Spicy or mild, that's a preference. Cock or no cock, that's a rule. That's at least a rule, am I right? But rules are meant to be broken, am I right, fellas? You know what I'm talking about, yeah. When it comes to sex stuff, it's great, too, because you ladies, you can wear the outfits, right? With the hoses and the garters and the snaps and the woo, and it's wonderful. It enhances your sensuality. But guys, you know, there's pretty much nothing we can do, right? It's pretty much, yeah. Gaunch, what do you think? Blue, you like that? Hey, I got a hole right here. You can almost see my butt. What do you think of that, huh?
Yeah. Pull out some of the hair. That'd be great.
Work it. terrible. And when it comes to masturbation, you ladies have it way easier, man. You can be doing it through your clothes, right? You could be in a crowded elevator pretending to be searching for your keys or something. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? There are my keys. Guys, it's much more elaborate. Things are unzipped, you know, there's equipment. There's usually a single sock in the room somewhere. Burst in on a lady, she moves her hand to one side, no one is the wiser. Try and burst in a guy's like, hold on, I need roughly 13 minutes to clean this shit up. Oh, come in, Mom. I was reading about tantric sex. You know about tantric sex? Oh my goodness. The whole point of tantric sex is guys are supposed to be able to hold on to their essence. So they talk of ways that guys can climax without ejaculation. Sounds like a bad idea to me, don't you think? That's just pretty much the dry heaves, isn't it? It's like, nothing's coming out of you. Someone call an ambulance. Dry. Makes a lot of sense, though, because if you masturbate a couple times in one day, you got no life energy left, right? And you're like, look at the birdies. Someone could hit you in the head with a brick, and you'd be like, I want some soup. That's after a couple times, let alone like 5 or 6, right? Or 7, that's my record, 7. Anyone beat 7? Come on, I know you've all gone for a record at some point. You got the day off work, you're like, fuck it, I'm going for the double digits. First few times is a lot of fun, too, but that's 7. That's a bit of work when you're going for a record. You're like, come on, give me something, let's go. Slamming in the car door, come on, let's go. Looking at the jumper cables, come on, clear. And the first few times there's a lot of fluid, too, but that 7th is pathetic. There's nothing left, right? It's like, I've made a horrible mess. I better run over there and get the Q-tip and clean that up. Don't want to put anyone out. Yeah, I'm in a relationship now, though. I'm getting used to saying I love you when I hang up the phone. A little too used to it, you know? It's becoming a bit of a habit. Doing it with everybody, like the pizza guy, tech support, you know? I'm serious. It's bad. Accountant called me up the other day. Yeah, Rudy, we can go over my taxes? Yeah, okay. Thursday at 4:30? Okay. Yeah, I'll see you then. Love you. Show up with my box of receipts. He's worried I brought him a box of chocolates or something. Then he gives me my tax bill, and then we just spoon for a little while, because sometimes you just need to be held. These guys are laughing too hard at that. Has he told you he loves you sometime on the phone? Okay, Ronnie, I'll be over at 4. Love you. I'm gonna have to spoon him. It's good to be here. I spent some time in Los Angeles for a while there, and that's a surreal place, Los Angeles. I gotta give you an example of how strange it is. I was driving along with my friend in a car. We look over at the car next to us. Big guy, kind of hunched over with long hair. I go, hey, look at Fabio over here. We both look over, and it was Fabio. It's weird. Everybody's so ambitious there, you know? It's very strange. Like, everybody's trying to be number one. What a ridiculous way to live, right? Only one of us can be number one. That means that 99.99% of us are guaranteed to be disappointed. However, if we just change it slightly to just don't be last, hey, that'd be great, right? We'll all be quite pleased with ourselves. We can even predetermine who the last place person will be. Let's say you there, buddy. What's your name? Rick? Frank? Great. Frank's going to take the bullet for all of us. Right? It'll be great. We'll all be saying, oh, I got no job and I smoke pot all day, but at least I'm not Frank. Thanks, man. He's happy about it. I love it. Everybody's trying so hard to be in the movies and stuff there, and the romantic movies, you know. Those are, deceiving because they always show the person, like, the love interest showing up at the airport, buying a ticket that day, chasing down his love. You ever bought a ticket that day at the airport? It's enormously expensive. I'm glad I know that now. I can see myself getting all caught up, and I love her, man. It's the love of my life. She's on the red eye to Paris. How much is a ticket? $4,800. Bye-bye, baby. Daddy's singing a new song now, and it's a solo. I used to be really bad at arguments, but I figured it out. All you gotta do is repeat what the last person said, you know? Fuck me, fuck you! You think I left the stove on? I think you left the stove on! I didn't tell you I had a penis, you didn't tell me you had a penis! Switch it on. Arguments are stupid, eh? I overheard this couple, honest to God, I overheard this couple one time in LA, looking out at the water, and they're having the dumbest argument. The guy's like, oh, and if you see a shark, you punch him in the nose. And the girl's like, no, when you see a shark, you poke him in the eye. She's like, no, you punch him in the nose. I felt like going, you know what happens when you see a shark? You piss yourself and then you die because it eats you. Why are you fighting? Idiots. I feel like I'm getting dumber. Anyone else getting dumber as they go along here? Yeah. Anyone else's brain almost exploded trying to fold a fitted sheet? What the hell's the corner on this thing? No matter what I do, it comes out as a pile. You know what I think is a real big problem is the spell check on the computer. Because now whenever I got to write anything out by hand, I got to edit what I say for easier words to spell. Is anyone else going through that? It's like, thank you very much for your recent invitation. I was ecstatic. Ecstatic. Happy that you thought of me. When I received I before E, got your mail. I immediately, soon was happy, good man. Love, Roman. Good enough. Jeez. Computers, I don't trust. You ever send an email to somebody and they just go, yeah, no, I didn't get it? What the hell? I thought that's the whole point of computers. They're supposed to be precise. I don't want a computer if it's gonna be like some pothead roommate, you know? Yeah, someone left a message for you, man, but I don't know where it is. You wanna search me for it? Just throw out some keywords. And I get the spam, too. I got a spam for penis enlargement cream, yeah. So I tried that, you know, so. Yeah. Said rub this cream on your penis and your penis will grow. It worked. I think the rubbing had something to do with it, though. And I was immediately sleepy afterwards, so it has side effects, so look out for that. You need somebody out of the crowd. So let's see if I can pick somebody. Oh, people that are volunteering, that always makes me uncomfortable. No, I'm gonna grab one of these dudes here in the front row. I want to grab this guy right here. What's your name? Rick. Big round of applause for Rick. He's gonna come give me a hand. Come on, Rick. Come on up. Rick, you seem like a real nice guy. Have a stand in front of this microphone so people can hear you. Rick, stand up nice and close to that. What do you do for a living, Rick?
I'm a financial advisor.
Oh, financial advisor. It's your fault. All right. Okay, Rick, well, you seem pretty casual for a financial advisor. That's great. Do you live by yourself or do you live with anyone?
I live with my kid.
You live with your kids. Okay, great. So, Rick, you live with your kids. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to hand you this right here, and I want you to give that a squeeze up to the microphone. There you go. That's all you got to do, Rick, okay? Now, what's going to happen is I don't know anything about Rick. I know that he's a financial advisor and he lives with his kids. That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess at the rest of your life. I'm going to recreate a day in the life of Rick. And if I do something that's not quite accurate, I want you to hold that up and squeeze it, and I'll have to switch to something that's hopefully a little bit closer to your daily life. If you do not squeeze that, we will all assume that what I'm doing is an accurate portrayal of your everyday existence. Okay, you got that, Rick? All right, good. So we're just going to start at the beginning of Rick's day. We'll just see what happens. Oh, boy. Let's see. It's 4 a.m. It's time for me to get up and go to work. Apparently, I get up at 4 every day. That's right. And a financial advisor has to get up early. Rise and shine. That's what I always say. I'm just going to relax because my kids are going to bring me breakfast in bed. Damn, I got to feed those little rugrats. Every morning. They never do anything for me. But before I do that, of course, I'm going to start my day with my extensive exercise regime. I think I'm just going to have some pizza for myself. I'm not going to eat it all, I don't think. In fact, maybe I'll just smoke and drink to get going in the morning here. No, I'll just drink. That's all I'll do. That's fine. Kids, do what Daddy says, not what Daddy does, all right? All right, I'm going to have to head out here. I'm going to head off to work. I'm going to get in my brand new Lexus, brand new expensive. Guess I'm taking the bus. It's been a hard year. It's been a hard year for financial advisors. Bit of a recession here. I am taking the bus. Wow, I guess it really has been a hard year. All right. Here I am at my financial advisor office. I work for one of the biggest companies there is. A huge... I guess I'm working in the basement suite of my parents' place. This is I guess I just, well, wow, I just work my own little shop here. I love being a financial advisor. There's nothing better about it in life. Well, I hate this job. I'm indifferent to what I do. I gotta do something, gotta kill the day. Anyways, I definitely know everything there is to know about financial advising. I'm as smart as they come. All right, good. All right, I'm gonna talk to one of my clients on my phone. There's nothing I like better than dealing with clients at my job every day. I love working with these people. Apparently I do. Hey, good to see you. I'm gonna help you out, whatever. I'm gonna invest your stuff. I'm happy to say I can guarantee you 100% return. Your guess is as good as mine, so good luck. Well, I've done some hard work. It's time for me to head off work for the day. It's about noon. I'm done. Not bad, all right. Gonna head out to do some volunteering for my church group, because that's what I like to do on every, well, apparently I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go out and give money to all of my neighbors. Forget it, I'm going to the strippers. That's what I'm doing. Big round of applause for our volunteer. Good job, buddy. Nice work. Big round of applause. We're all spending too much time on the computers, man. Anyone else using the same password for pretty much everything? I got so sick and tired of coming up with new passwords all the time that I get mad, right? So I'd come up with passwords, you know, like, I don't know, like fuck you Royal Bank or something like that. Which is really fun until you gotta call tech support, then they're like, what's your password? Oh yeah, it's fuck you Royal Bank. F is in funny. U is in unique. C is in crazy guy. I do like that thing where you got to get a word that the letter starts with so they know what the letter is. You can have a lot of fun with that. Oh yeah, what's my username? Oh yeah, let's see, my username. Let's see, it's K as in night. P is in phase. T is in tsunami. G is in gnome. You got that? We're all talking to all these automated phone centers all the time, too, and they're not even really good listeners. They're like, after the tone, please say your name. Boop. Roman. I heard Shaniqua. Is that correct? No. It's not even close. Sorry you're having trouble. Goodbye. Boom, and then they hang up on you like that. That's the ultimate kiss-off when they hang up on you like that, eh? Wish I could hang up on people like that. Girlfriend calls you up. We need to talk about a relationship. Sorry you're having trouble. Goodbye. Boom. Looking out the door. And call displays kind of ruined prank calls for teenage boys, hasn't it? Plus, my fridge is running, and I will go catch it. Thank you, son of Peter and Glynis Swanson, 555-6262. And I got a cell phone, too, and I got the earpiece for the cell phone, because I didn't want the cancer. I wanted the no cancer option with mine. So I was trying to figure out how mine works, because it doesn't have a microphone on the wire. Mine just reads my voice through the earpiece, like through the vibrations in my head. Well, now I just sound slightly handicapped to all my friends, right? They're like, hey, Roman, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. How you doing? Roman, are you okay? My new cell phone, what do you need? Should we call an ambulance? Or... I'm gonna go mine. Talk to you later. Weird, right? Got that thing hanging. I got contacts, too. I feel like I got all this equipment on me all the time, you know? I went to the mall. I had to get my contact solution. It said on the bottom of the bottle, it said for sensitive eyes. So I thought that's pretty good. I'll take that one. I seem to have quite sensitive eyes. And I was thinking, geez, doesn't everyone have sensitive eyes? You know what I mean? Is there a contact solution out there for rugged eyes? A big bowl of acid or something? Some steel wool? I don't even take them out anymore. I just scrape them off, you see. I've got the rugged eyes. Want me to open your beer? They're very rugged. Actually, I wanted to go get that laser eye surgery, but I couldn't afford it, so now I just go play laser tag and try to get shot in the face. It's coming along. Couple more adjustments. Actually, I went to the mall because I wanted to get a toy for my nephew, and I got him a Mr. Potato Head. I thought that was pretty good, right? Mr. Potato Head, that's nice. You know, but it said on that package, it said for ages 2 to 92. And I was thinking, geez, what suddenly happens at 93? That you can no longer handle Mr. Potato Head. You were good playing with it through your 60s and 70s. Suddenly at 93, I'm snapping, I'm putting his eye where his ass is. Get this thing away from me. But it's a good toy, right? And I didn't want to get him a gun because then they just play murder. I don't get that, right? We don't get him other toy crimes to play with, you know? You don't get him like a miniature drug kit or anything like that. Look, Mommy, I can't find a vein. That wouldn't be right. You wouldn't do that. Right? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't get him like a pimpin' board game or anything like that. You turned a trick card, give me my money, bitch. It's cute, but not right. I saw a kid bang his head in the mall today, too. That was a treat, right? No. Just because when they're really small, you know, and they haven't hit their heads enough to know that pain immediately follows. So there's that weird pause while they're figuring it out. It's like, whap! They put that pause in on purpose, right? Gives the parents just enough time to yell, get down, this kid's gonna blow. We got parents here? Anyone parents? Any parents? Brave people. Good people. You were like pointing at them. My parents right here. They your parents? No? That one is? That's awkward. Now that's very awkward. I don't know who the guy is, but that. Yeah, that's good. I don't know if I want kids, man. It's brave people. I mean, I don't know if I want kids. Too much can go wrong, you know? I mean, seriously. I've seen a lot of crappy ones out there. Having tantrums at the airport for no reason. Just looking over at the parents going, oh, thank God I'm not you. Thanks for repopulating the planet and all that, but I gotta go catching a plane, heading off to Vegas for the weekend, because I can. And besides, we got a cat, and I think cats are smarter than babies, I've noticed. Seriously, my sister brought her baby over, even the cat's kind of looking at it going, seriously? You've been on the planet 2 years, this is the best you come up with? I'm completely self-sufficient. Poo in a box. Clean myself. What are you constantly crying for? At 6 months, they lopped off my nuts. Get yourself together, man! My cat gets mad like that. Won't shut up. Besides, I spend a lot of money on frivolous stuff. Like, I spend money on coffees all the time. And, geez, why do they gotta make coffee so damn hot at these coffee places, right? It doesn't need to be piped in from a volcano. We know your electricity works. They know it's too hot, too. That's why they give you those insulating sleeves. They're like, whatever you do, don't just grab the shit with your bare hands. But by all means, pour it into your mouth. That'll be just fine. Yeah. I think that's why they can sell such crappy muffins. You know, I got no taste buds left. It's like, yeah, okay. I guess I'll have the tree bark bar. It doesn't matter, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna eat this napkin. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I like to go into restaurants, too. I like to go into restaurants and pretend I work there. Go up to tables and say, are you finished with that? And they say, yeah, then I just start eating their leftovers. Said you were finished. I don't like restaurants that try to get really creative with the gender signs in the restaurant, you know, and then the washrooms. And it's not just man or woman. Like, I went into this Latin place this one time. On one door, it's a picture of a maraca. And the other door is a piñata and a stick. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, they both sort of look like my penis. I'm just gonna piss in the kitchen to be safe. I don't know. I had to go to one of the washrooms, gas station washroom, got the key attached to the spatula thing. Oh my God, it's embarrassing. I guess it's so they don't want you to walk away with it accidentally, but I'm like, hey, free spatula, this is great. Besides, I don't want to walk back in there with that thing. Everybody knows what you did. It's like, yeah, that's right, everyone. I just pooed, that was me out there pooing. Anybody want it next? Anyone? No? Can hand it off to you? It's not a spatula. Why a spatula? It's mixed messages. It shouldn't be in there, right? They're going, well, I don't know what they... I guess they want me to flip it a couple of times before I go. This seems very unnecessary. Yeah. You ever in a public washroom and you're in there trying to get some toilet paper out of the dispenser, but for some reason they've got like the dispenser cranked up way too damn tight? So you only get like one square at a time? Or sometimes it's so tight you only manage to get what you pinch between your fingers. Thanks very much. Doesn't help me with my objective, but if I cut myself shaving, I'm ready to go. You gotta have steady hands if you want to get any multiple squares out of the damn thing. Suddenly feels like you're defusing a bomb in there or something. Mission Control, I have 2 squares in the clear. Roger that, 2 squares in the clear. Mission Control, I'm going for a 3rd square. That's a negative, John. Do not go for 3 squares. They've got it cranked up way too tight. You'll never make it. Take 2 squares and get the hell out of there. Damn it, Mission Control, you guys aren't in here. You don't know what I need. And they got the automated soap dispenser in there now. You seen this thing? What, the pump was too much for people? Your hand was going there anyway. You could have just pumped along the way. No, we need a machine for this. Waste of technology. I think even the machine, when it found out its function, was like, seriously? This is what I do? Pretty high tech over here. Could have been on the shuttle. No, I'm ejaculating soap into human hands. This is great. There you go, buddy. You look dirty. There you go. Tell your friends. And they got the motion detector for the towel dispenser, and that thing never works too, right? That one's just a decoy. I think they're just tricking you into air drying your own hand. It's like, come on, let's go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty good. It's all dry. Didn't even need a microprocessor. How about that? Pretty soon, all that stuff's gonna be voice activated. You know, that's coming down the pike. That's gonna be weird. Bunch of guys in there mumbling to themselves. Flush. Rinse. Dry. Need more. Flush. Soap. Flush. 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 Tech support. Tech support. What is going on in the guys' washroom? Seriously, guys. Seriously, guys. We are not working as a team anymore in there. It is a mess. Like, what? Are you doing jumping jacks when you pee? At this point, we might as well not even have a toilet. Let's just have a room where we go piss on whatever we feel like. We'll have things light up. We'll make it a game. Guys love that crap. So one time I had to go into the girls' washroom because the guys' was locked. Oh, what a wonderful world it is in there. Everything's all disinfected, you know. It smells of potpourri. There's little post-it notes on the mirror saying things like, you're pretty. Oh, my God. Bluebirds holding up the corners of the toilet paper in their mouth. I'm never going back. And ladies, guys aren't washing their hands. They are not washing their hands. I'm telling on the guys right now, they're not doing it. Or, you know, sometimes if they see another guy there, they might do that half-assed little, yeah, I washed. Like that quick, no soap, no scrub. And that's not doing anything, right? That's not being safe. You know what that's like? That's like wearing a condom during sex, but just rolling it over your left nut. You're not doing anything. Thanks very much. You guys have been a great crowd. I'm Roman Dallow. Good night.